Should Wentz be the fourth highest quarterback?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Look, I respect the hell out of Carson Wentz. He's got an incredible future. He was a legit MVP candidate last year. There is no doubt about that. But he's basically a baby in this league. And my mentality is when I see what Russell Wilson has done in Seattle for years, when I see what he's had to work with the last couple of years, absent a running game and pretty much an offensive line, and to do the things that he has done, I don't think he gets nearly as much credit as he deserves. There is no way on earth that Carson Wentz should be considered before him. If you want to look at Big Ben Roethlisberger, my issues with Big Ben Roethlisberger is just his zest to play the game. But his level of production cannot be questioned. And so for me, Carson Wentz, when we talk about him, we act like this guy has arrived and he has already accomplished a great deal. He has proven he can play. He has proven he deserves to be the starting quarterback and the face of the Philadelphia Eagles franchise. All of that is true. But I ask a question rhetorically, and then I'll leave it to y'all. The Philadelphia Eagles sit here today as the reigning defending Super Bowl champions with Nick Foles as their quarterback, guiding them through the playoffs. Doesn't that speak more about the Eagles than it does about Carson Wentz? Isn't it possible that the Philadelphia Eagles have a pretty damn good team with some pretty damn good players that Carson Wentz was playing alongside, and that had something to do with his success? Carson Wentz can play. Mad love for him. But I ain't putting him ahead of Russell Wilson, and I'm not putting him ahead of Big Ben Roethlisberger. Not yet.
I will use your position on Cam Newton. You've been right 2 or 3 times since I joined this show, so I remember each instance. One of them was I rated Cam Newton as the #1 player in football, as his peers did. And then you were like, hey, that's 1 year. His other years have not been on this level. Let's wait. And I said, given the trajectory of his career, his age and everything else, I'm comfortable putting him there. Now, he regressed. It's possible that happens with Carson Wentz, too. That said, I've also seen Carson Wentz during the injury that ended his season, on one wheel complete some plays down the field like where no one else would have even been on the field. He's got it. He is mobile. He has a cannon for an arm. He's got heart. He's a leader. People like to follow him. He delivers the ball accurately enough. He is the first guy to come along. Well, he and Deshaun Watson, based on what I saw last year, since Andrew Luck, where I go, that guy could replace Aaron Rodgers one day. If anything, 4 might be a little low for Carson Wentz because when hurt last year, when last seen in action, he was the best player in football. Tom Brady was active, won the MVP. He's better than Tom Brady. He was better than Tom Brady when he got hurt. Better. #1. Better than Drew Brees. Everyone. Let me give you the list of...
That's ridiculous.
He was at the time. That's why he was going to win MVP. Let me give you the list of the quarterbacks who could reasonably be put ahead of Carson Wentz right now. Aaron Rodgers.
Yep.
Tom Brady. I'm calling the cliff. We'll see. You could still put him there. He's the reigning MVP. He didn't get hurt last year. Drew Brees, who's a great quarterback, who's still got it. And Deshaun Watson, who, at the time of his injury, unstoppable.
Deshaun Watson's 89 on the list.
He was unstoppable at the time of the injury. Maybe the defenses will adjust. They're running plays that are good for him. At the time of the injury, that dude was unstoppable. And so far, the eyeball test in preseason goes, oh, there he goes again. Those are the guys you can reasonably put ahead of Carson Wentz. I wouldn't. I would say Aaron Rodgers 1, Carson Wentz 2 if he's healthy. I think he's the second best quarterback in football if he's healthy.
Carson Wentz?
Yep.
Go ahead, Ed. Go ahead.
Max, what are you smoking?
Yeah,
right
seriously, man.
Like, seriously. Max, what are you smoking right now? Listen, I'm going to agree begrudgingly with Stephen A., but I'm taking a different position. And here's why. I look at the injury factor, okay? The fact that they put Carson Wentz at 4. And I blame a lot of this on Adrian Peterson, because remember how when Adrian Peterson tore his ACL, how quickly he came back.
Everyone thinks anyone could do that.
And he came back, and he was a machine when he came back. So it distorted this whole picture of, oh, he just tore his ACL. Oh, he'll just come back.
Basketball too. In basketball,
he'll just come back. He'll just come back better than ever. But everyone responds differently to these type of injuries. The one thing with Carson Wentz, what makes him special is the off platform, the plays where he kind of improvisation. That's right. Outside the pocket, sometimes even inside the pocket. That's what makes him special. But we don't know if Carson Wentz is going to be that guy right now. We have no idea. And to one thing that Stephen A. Mentioned, you're going to put an injured Carson Wentz ahead of Russell Wilson?
He won't be injured.
I mean, listen. Even when he's on the field, a lot of times with the ACLs, a lot of times you're not even back 100% for at least a whole calendar year plus. So I'm not going to sit here and put Carson Wentz ahead of Russell Wilson, who, by the way, at the end of last year, a lot of people said could have been the MVP of the National Football League last year.
Who was the MVP at the time of Carson Wentz's
Matt
injury?
Ryan.
Who was the MVP at the time of Carson Wentz's injury?
Well, Carson Wentz.
Okay, so
but again, we can't dismiss the injury. We don't know what this guy's going to look like.
It ain't my fault.